My name is Akinola Davis Jr. I'm a filmmaker. I throw parties. Yeah, that's what I do.
Hands, yeah. Hi, my name's Kevin Mathurin. I am a professional actor. I used to be a professional dancer, hence the jazz hands.
My name is Aisha Candy. I'm a celebrity stylist and a general creative.
My mother never wanted me to grow up in London because she didn't want me to be what she considered a rude boy, which is totally different to what we're talking about. And that's another thing. I always considered rude boy a different thing when I was growing up. So the rude boy we're talking about now is kind of like this sort of, I guess, stylish rude boy, right? But when I grew up, a rude boy was like, you know, like a rude boy in like tracksuit and hoodie, and you know, like the little, and it's still the same thing, the little like man pouch from Adidas, and always trainers, and always like, but not even always that, but you know, like would wear like American stuff, like, you know, basketball jerseys and snapbacks and fitted hats and stuff like that. To me, that was a rude boy, more so to me, you know. I guess there was a lot of synergy with like areas like Hackney and areas like Brixton, where like people would get robbed, and all that sort of happy slapping type of craze. That for me is what I thought a rude boy was.
I was born in East London, born and bred. My parents are from St. Lucia, Caribbean origin, so I'm second gen. I was raised in a majority white area, very racist at the time. But you know, if you were from that area and you grew up, you sort of like just dealt with it. And yeah, back in them days, 70s London was kind of tough, but you know, you just got on with it really.
To be one of the only girls in the Rude Boy exhibition, I feel is almost bittersweet. It's sweet because it's an honor to be thought of in that way. You know, if people perceive my style to be something that represents a type of rude quality, and rude meaning freedom in the way that I interpret it, I'm happy for that. But I would say bitter in the sense that, you know, I wish that more women were involved, you know, and I wish that women felt more comfortable to kind of express themselves in a way that, I don't know, that kind of represented a type of freedom or a type of attitude, you know, because being rude to me is all about your attitude. It's all about, I don't know, if for me, if your mind is your own, if your style is your own, you're a rude girl. And I feel that there must be a lot more of those people out there.
I think it was more a question of an attitude which was defiant and which was like very much against, very anti-establishment. Because like first generation immigrants, even though they came here to fill industrial positions to work, sort of like similar to what the Polish are doing now, because there's a need for people to come and work, they were sort of demonized, and it was more of I mean, I guess the same thing with the Polish people now. There's more of like a racist rhetoric, and they were treated as such, so a lot of situations that they found themselves were positions where they couldn't actually work and couldn't get jobs, and they had to provide for their families. So ultimately, if you've got to provide for a family, you've got to find any means possible to do so. And sometimes it's very, you know, it can be considered antisocial, or it can be considered like illegal, like some people in power are doing. So, yeah, I don't necessarily see it as crime. I just think it's, I mean, for example, like riots and stuff, Brixton riots were like a huge turning point in British culture and British society, and that stemmed from actually, wasn't just a case of riots, it stemmed from like a constant oppression of ethnic communities, and stemmed from constant devalue of lives, kind of similar to what's going on in America now. So it's kind of like an attitude, but I guess the difference then is like way pre-internet, people mobilized more, and people got together more, and people spoke to each other more, and people like went to more rallies and had more social, community-based conversations. And I sort of think,
back in the 60s when my dad first came up, I say my dad was like an original rude boy. My dad used to go around, even now, like he used to wear the trilbies, used to, like, as soon as he could afford it, sort of like get some suits tailored, and like pictures of my dad, he looked fly, do you know what I mean? And he wasn't just into reggae either, because like he used to run a sound system.
Because it's still something that runs in black communities now, where we may not always have the most, but we always look the best, because it's a sort of belief that, you know, if you feel good on the inside and you can mirror that on the outside, then you'll have a good day. And I think regardless of the hardships that those people faced, you know, looking good was a way of making them, you know, at least on a mental level, kind of keep it together.